So in this video, I'm going to actually tell you how I actually used to source some of my stock. And the only reason I'm telling you guys is because I believe in the business that is run by a really nice family in Scotland. So you might be asking the question, how do I find unclaimed items from the airports, lost and found essentially? Well, a lot of places in England, what they'll tend to do is they'll actually give you blind stock. So you buy a suitcase that's wrapped up in cellophane. It's already went through to make sure that anything that's GDPR has been taken out of the suitcase. And then you get what's remaining in the suitcase, which is okay if that's the kind of thing you do. It's a bit more like, I suppose, gambling than what I could probably offer within the website that I use. But in Scotland, they're a bit more pragmatic. What they'll actually do is within this website, they actually get all the lost and found. They'll, regardless of what was in cases, will take it out of the suitcases, and then they'll put them in listings based on um basically the kind of category. So like clothes, bags of clothes, toys, electrical items, etc., etc. I've had some fantastic bargains on there. I've had coffee machines. I've had multiple caps. I made my business off of used caps, and I made a small fortune last year. I made about 22,000 just off that alone, and that was just buying directly from this website. So let me take you onto the website. It's called mulberrybankauctions.com, and it's essentially where all Scottish stock for all airports goes to in terms of selling off that stock. So let me show you the website. So this is mulberrybankauctions.com, and they are based just outside Glasgow. I'll tell you the address on the website, and I use them all the time. They are a monthly auction for the airport auctions. And you'll see here what they do is they categorise things by, the headphones or the sunglasses, as you'll see here. And when you go into each job lot, it will tell you roughly what brands are within each box. There's purses, there's toiletries, there's belts, there's toys, there's miscellaneous in boxes. It is super exciting. So the good thing about it is if you just take a screenshot of each of these pictures and then go through them with Google Lens, you can tend to find things that are a bit valuable within these boxes that maybe someone else has missed out on. So you'll see here there's usually about 3 or 4 pages of lots per auction, if that makes sense. And you can bid on whatever you want. Just remember when you are bidding though, a couple of things. So you have to obviously do your bidding to the very end. It is a timed auction. When you go into these timed auctions, let me show you here actually, is you'll see the estimate, so they'll give you the estimate of the value. You can bid on it, but by the end of it, you've got the final evaluation fee or the fees. So say, for example, you bought this gents clothing thing for £30, you'd add 30% on top of that too, or 33.4%, I think it is. I'll double check that later in the video for you. But it's very simple. You just go into each one, it'll tell you the brands that are within the bag, and you can bid on it. And it's 32.4%, including VAT, sorry, in terms of the online bidding. So it's really simple to do. Just bid online. What you'll need to do is once it finishes and you do win things, pay for it and go and pick it up. They do not offer delivery. So just remember that when you're bidding, you have to be close to Glasgow or willing to travel to Glasgow to go and pick up your stuff. There's a massive opportunity there though, because it's inconvenient to some people. So use that opportunity to be the one that does the hard work to get stuff like this that is lower in price. On average, I can get bags of hats, which is my main thing, for about £40 for 2 bags, and that will usually get me about 20 to 30 items per job lot. So it's absolutely worth it for me because I can make that up on average easy. You'll see they do lots of luxury items at the very end of the auctions too. They do individual items if you're looking for iPads, etc. So it's not always just big boxes and bags. Anything that's a bit more valuable, they'll tend to do in individuals. So hopefully that has given you a good idea for what you want to do with your new business. Doesn't necessarily need to be this business. There's many other companies that do not airport auction stuff. There might be ones out there that do general lost and found or go to the charities. What I'm doing in this video is just giving you a couple of tips for using Scottish businesses to try and get some business for yourself. Make up your own side hustle. And again, just remember, if you are bidding, you have to go and pick it up yourself. There is the fees you have to add on to the final valuation fee, all of that kind of stuff. Please read it when you do it. And you have to pick it up within 5 days. Just check the website in that one of the bid finishing or the auction finishing. So fantastic. I think you'll really enjoy it. Good luck.